Hey everyone, I'm Parker, and together the Fastpass Facts team and I decided to make this video so you could learn more about your dog host. So here are my 3 favorite Disney snacks and a little bit of their history. Let's start with my favorite snack, the amazing churro. This covered in cinnamon treat can be found everywhere. There are lots of different flavors and many special edition versions of the churro. But how did churros become such a special snack for Disney guests? Well, it all started in 1985. Videopolis has a 5,000 square foot dance floor with 70 television monitors offering popular music videos, which later became the Fantasyland Theater, was scheduled to open soon. And Disneyland Food and Beverages Jim Lohman was in charge of coming up with new things to bring to it. Lohman attended the Long Beach Grand Prix, and at the event, he spotted a churro booth with a small warming oven. It was at that time that he decided the churro would be the perfect snack to bring to Videopolis. He found an empty box that contained the churros and discovered that the snacks came from J&J Snack Foods. Lohman reached out to the company to ask whether they would be willing to work with Disneyland, to which they agreed. However, he wanted to make an adjustment to the company's 6-inch churros. He felt that the 6-inch churro was just too small, so he asked J&J to make them longer. Thus, the Disneyland churro was created. But he was curious about how well the sales were going to be, so he tested the churros at a different location before Videopolis opened. He stationed a churro cart where the Mark Twain riverboat gets off, but before the cart was ever parked there were already people behind it, waiting for churros for themselves. The sales were great in that location, so when Videopolis opened up 2 weeks later, 2 churro carts were placed inside. The churros became so popular that the churro carts expanded to the other locations, and now they can be found everywhere. Next comes the Dole Whip. This delicious soft serve has the biggest cult following of any Disney snack. From Dole Whip inspired scented candles and ear headbands to t-shirts, dresses, or full-on Disney bounds, you can find Dole Whip fans everywhere. So we would think that the Dole Whip was a Disneyland original or even a Tiki Room original, right? Well, we would be wrong. Actually, when Disneyland's Tiki Room opened in 1963, it didn't even have Dole attached to its name until 8 years later. The first Tiki Room sponsor was United Airlines, and it continued to be the sponsor long after the Tiki Bar opened in 1968. It wasn't until 8 years later that Dole became the Tiki Bar sponsor. But even then, the Tiki Bar only served the Hawaiian company's pineapple juice and pineapple spears. Dole Food Company didn't introduce the soft serve to the public until the mid-80s, and it obviously became a fan favorite. But what makes the Dole Whip so special? Well, lots of people think that Disneyland is the only place that serves the Dole Whip soft serve, but that's not true. Just in Los Angeles alone, you can get it at places like Dodger Stadium, Menchie's, Lollicup, and Roy Choi's Three Worlds Cafe. Other people say that you can find it elsewhere, but it's not the same mix as Disneyland's. But again, that's not true. So what is it? Well, the answer is Disney. Nothing beats the feeling of getting a delicious Dole Whip at the Tiki Bar and paying a visit to Jose, Michael, Pierre, and Fritz. And last but not least, Mickey-shaped beignets, or any kind of beignets you can eat in the Disneyland Resort for that matter. The story behind the Mickey-shaped beignet is one of the most amazing, interesting, crazy, I'm just kidding. Actually, the beignets came to Disneyland because they're a New Orleans tradition and they fit right into New Orleans Square. And Mickey-shaped beignets are a Louisiana tradition with a Disneyland twist. You can find them in Cafe Orleans or the Mint Julep Bar. And you can't argue that getting some Mickey-shaped beignets from the Mint Julep Bar and going on to watch Fantasmic isn't one of the best Disney experiences there is. But before we go, we wanted to let you know that we've got a new name for this amazing community, and the winner is Fastpass Fam. Thanks to everyone who voted, and thank you for all of your support this past 2 years. We also want to thank all of our Patreons and let you know that the choices for our Patreon's Choice video are coming soon. If you want to become a Patreon and vote for this monthly video, check out our Patreon page and rewards. Don't forget to join our Discord server and stay tuned for our next video, Peter Pan's Flight. See you next time.